Okay, so this is something I need to address on the podcast. So, this happened at least a month ago now. Because it's been a while since we last recorded. It's been a very long time, which we do apologise for. But I also have realised that I don't take into account other people's feelings. Because I did something dreadful. I think we can both agree that it was awful what I did.
Yeah.
So, as I've said, I've done something really bad, and I've come to the conclusion that I just don't take anyone's feelings into consideration, because what I did was awful. It was dreadful. It was very nasty of me. I personally I feel very guilty of doing it. I feel very bad. This is not a level of standard that I would like to hold myself to. Well, below myself to. Because it was just dreadful, wasn't it, what I did?
Unforgivable, some may say.
Unforgivable. Actually, what?
Astronomical.
Yeah, what she said. Now, we're going to insert the video of what I've done, and then I'll give you some backstory. Okay. I just got back from trying to break up with someone who I'm not even with. May I add? I come to the conclusion that I'm an awful human being. So, he just gave me gifts. Starting off strong. From the bag, the Boo car seat, leopard print, cunty, a boo. Open it up. Oh, he's fucked. He actually is so fucked. Why is he lopsided to fuck though? So you get that. And then to top it all off, I can't believe this one. Bear in mind, I don't like this boy. I've tried to break up with him tonight. Oh, they're so pretty though. I told him to return these when I found out, but yeah, he was like, I couldn't return them, so here you go. Oh, and we're at 7 minutes. So, as you could see in the video, so basically what happened was I was meant to put that on my private story for my girls only.
Because Connor does have a girls only private story that he posts on just about
which
his boys.
I've used this private story before to rate sexual encounters.
He just keeps, instead of keeping all the girls updated individually on...
It's just easier to have you all updated on one big story where you can all see it. If you don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck. If you do give a fuck and you want to hear more details, just pop up. You know what I mean? So I was meant to put it on there, but instead I put it on my main private story, which I forgot he was on there. And this was after I was trying to break up with him, even though I weren't with him, which has happened twice to me now. Twice. First with Paul, now this.
Yeah.
Paul also got me a Labubu and a car seat.
Both of which, by the way, I was saying to him, like, this is getting weird, you need to leave these ones.
Yeah, but to be fair, though, I left this one a lot more sooner because this one was a lot too much for me to handle.
Yes.
It was very much like he trauma dumped the first day I met him.
Yeah, but normally you do that.
Yeah, but normally...
With my trauma.
With her trauma, but I do it to see if they stay. Because they need to know. Boys need to know they're not just dating me when it comes to my life.
Yeah, exactly.
They're dating everyone else that is in my life.
You hear that?
You hear that, bath boy?
I was gonna say yes.
But no, like, they don't just date me. They also date my friends. They date my family. Weirdly enough. But, like, I'm like, my life is very full. So, my life is very fulfilling emotionally with friends as it is. Like, I don't need a boyfriend, but if I want a boyfriend, I'll get a boyfriend. So, anyway, sorry, I've sidetracked now. So, I tried to this was my third time meeting him after that video. So, third time meeting him, man, guys.
Third time meeting him and he's got all our stuff.
I've got all that stuff. First of all, I actually Googled it. So I did originally say that the earrings were £50, but that was just for the singular stud. Together for the studs was £75. So I definitely do feel a lot more worse now because obviously he saw this video and he replied to me going, "Did you really put that on your story?" Because I tried to be slick and I tried to delete it. He's now removed me on everything. I believe I'm blocked on Snapchat. He also did put up something on TikTok which came up on my For You page. Which was quite shady of him, and it was like, podcast maybe, or something like that.
It was him and his mate.
In a
female mate as well, by the way.
In a car.
In a car.
Which I did tell him our original idea was us in the car
doing it.
Which this whole podcast, instead of TABOO-RIFIC, was meant to be Go Drive Girl.
Yeah, because we always say Go Piss Girl.
Yes. So that was shady of him.
So to do a little video with him, and it's because a lot of the time when he's like, "Oh, this is this is that," I'll just thing into it just because, like, yeah, girl, you live your life, like, you know what I mean? You live your little delusions. But this one, I fully believe, like,
this was scary, wasn't it?
Because it was about, like,
it was intense.
Yeah, because I'm sure, like, the topic was to do with, like, partners and stuff as well, which was.
Yeah, it was something to do with partners.
Which is like, ooh,
it's weird.
That's just a bit funny.
Like, the worst part is he was a very intense person. Very came on to me very strong.
Yeah.
And, like, I just couldn't do that. He, like, needed so much reassurance. Like, don't get me wrong, if you need reassurance, I can do that. But not after my second time meeting you. And you're basically love-bombing me with all these presents.
It was a lot. It was worrying, if anything.
Yeah, it was really worrying. It was really scary. Like, just insane. I couldn't do it.
So he had to go.
He had to go. He definitely had to go. I could not have kept him around. Because it was also in a bit of my era, even though this was like a month or two ago, where I was still playing the field quite a bit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed...
And you told him as well, you told him that you weren't exactly...
looking for anything. Because, well, I was still playing the field.
Yeah.
Still a little bit hung up on Ezra, but I was playing the field as well.
Playing the field?
The better way to... Why be upset when I can have 5 boyfriends? 6 boyfriends at a push. I've done 7 before.
All at the same time, you say.
All at the same time. Yeah, not done them all at the same time, guys. I'm not that. I've only done 3. What? No, 2. I forget that I'm the third person. So it was just insane. But this also goes in. This episode's just basically about how I'm a shit person.
Well,
and also about how we became a trio.
Well, technically,
yes, trio.
I'd say trio. The trio of me, Connor, Kayla.
Is now a throuple?
No, throuple's a 3. Oh. We're technically a quartet now.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, because I can't say the C word. The bitchiest person you'd ever met would have been back in school.
Back in school, 2018, I was the worst type of person ever. I think I've definitely come to the realisation that it was either like a fight or flight.
Yeah, and I don't know how long I've been saying this for. I've written it in a book.
I thought.
And now I always say that it was bit or be bitten, you know, like.
And I made sure to bite.
He was there first, so it didn't matter if you were coming at him because he had you first.
Yeah, I had these bitches in a chokehold. I fucking gagged so many people. It was unbelievable. It was fun thinking back. But also so shit.
Yeah, like...
There was no need. Because, like, I'm such a likeable person not to toot my own horn. And even, like, me being, like, semi-nice now, because I'm still a bit of a
We had to have a conversation recently.
We've had to have a conversation that I'm apparently a
and
shit
he's
friend.
doing great. He's doing much better.
I'm glad I'm doing better now, but apparently this is something that happens.
It happens like, you know, yearly. We have to done.
No, it doesn't happen yearly.
It did. It happened last year.
Yeah, it happened last year. But for the 2 years before that, definitely
Yeah,
did
you should have
not.
boyfriend that didn't leave you at the house.
I wasn't let out to be mean. I had to be mean inside. They weren't to him. Who was I mean to? I don't know.
Anyway. Yeah, you can mother, you poor mother.
Poor girl's been through it.
No, so Connor used to be, like, dreadful.
I was, the best way to describe it is a Regina George gay.
Yeah, he was. He really was a Regina George gay.
But, like, looking back, so many people liked me that I...
Yeah, but no, that's like such a belief I have. I have such a... Basically, right, I'm a writer. I write books. I'm writing a book about Connor and, like, sort
You
of.
should all buy it when it comes out.
You should, because a lot of it now is true, a lot of it now isn't. But
No.
I'm never going to... Like, unless some of the stuff is not going to be reach this podcast.
Yeah, no, some of the stuff is fictional. Some of it is obviously truth.
Some of it you'll know, some of it
You
will
won't.
never be admitted if it was true or not.
Yeah, because I'll keep you bitches guessing.
But in there, I write about... Because all my feelings on Thomas in the book
Thomas Milton, to be exact.
is my feelings on Connor in real life.
Because I'm her real life Thomas Milton.
And that being said, I believe a lot of people, especially in school, only liked you so that you didn't have a reason to be mean to them. Like, they liked you because they were scared of you.
I think that was so true.
So I don't think you were likeable. I don't think people liked you.
No, but like, I so could have been like, I reckon I was likeable, but I reckon I could have been like as likeable as I am now because I'm so loved. Not to toot my own fucking horn. Basically.
Christ, he'll fucking get a rib removed and start sucking himself now.
I just forgot something, sorry.
Oh.
This woman from work, she came in and I always help her with hair dyes and I give her the truth. And she bought me chocolates because she came back in and I've left them in work. I just remembered.
Oh no, he's scared.
An example of, I told her, she was like, you better eat them. And I was like, I'll send you a video of me eating them tonight. Because I have her on Facebook, we're besties. This is what I mean, like, I'm very likeable.
But back in the day, it was more of a... I truly believe it. I truly believe that, like...
I truly believe that it was a fight or flight kind of situation. I did what I had to...
I know you didn't have to do it.
I did what I thought I had to do to survive.
Yeah, well, you thought you had to do it. I also think back then as well, you had, like, the thing of behind you of...
I was the first gay,
I'd
really.
say you were, like, the only gay in the village for a little while, weren't you?
For a little while, I was the first gay, and then all these bitches came out the woodworks, copycats, or whatever. I was someone's gay awakening. I was her gay awakening, as she is now. She is a male to female transgender woman. This comes into play a little bit later when we get into that.
That's why it's mentioned.
That's why it's mentioned.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm a shit person. Once again.
It's not just that.
not
perfectly
just
clear.
that. But it comes into it. I was never transphobic. Just to clarify.
Yeah, just in case you're going to stop watching in 10 minutes before we get to it or whatever. And, like...
So...
Hiya, just popping in quickly while editing to clarify that for the rest of this episode we use they them pronouns for this person. Some of these stories are from before this person began their transitioning journey and some are from after. So to keep things clear, concise and respectful as can be, we decided to stick with they them.
This person, back in school, obviously, they hadn't transitioned just yet. I think it was like year 11.
I was going to say year 10.
Year 10, year 11.
Because I dipped in year 11.
I think you dipped in year 10,
I dipped in year 10, but I was gone in year 11.
And they were, I would say, utterly obsessed with me. Utterly obsessed with me, wouldn't you agree? Like,
I would. And also, this was a person that Connor was actually, like, quite mean to.
I was horrible.
Like, the meanest.
The
two people he was meanest to.
I'm friends with
them.
Kayla.
Oh, I was going to say it was them and my sister, but we'll add Kayla into that as well, actually.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I was...
No, you weren't that bad to Kayla.
No, but I feel like I was quite mean to Kayla.
No, you just kept on at Kayla.
Yeah. So true. And now we're A throuple.
I was going to say, I thought you were, like, hesitating on calling her your friend then.
And now we're not. No, I'm joking.
No,
Love
we've
you,
just
Kayla.
had a family day out at the zoo on the weekend, like, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
We're like,
Well, to be fair, actually, she did throw a snowball that big at him, and he picked up a big block of ice and chased her with it. So.
like I said, fight or flight, bitch. So yeah, so I was one of the main bitches that I was really, really, really mean to. Don't get me wrong, there was no need, but I remember why I was mean to them is because they was, I would say, so in love with me.
There was yeah. Because it lasted,
Years.
yeah, a long
And in my
time.
mind, if I'm mean to you, you'll fuck off.
You'd say.
You'd think you'd fuck off, but no. But then I also didn't help myself because I'm gonna admit this now. They were my first time. And I'm admitting this because they gossiped. And I know they gossiped. I know there was talk after school.
They gossiped to me.
They tried gossiping to her. Which is so funny. My thing I said to them, you tell anyone, I'll end you. Who am I? Who the fuck was I? Like, keep this a secret. But also, I think I also have the right not to be gossiped about if we did have sex. And,
Yeah.
well, we didn't have sex at that age. But if we did do stuff when we were not even 16.
Yeah.
Like, let's not. Come on. Especially knowing the type of friends that we did have. They loved to gossip.
Yeah. And anything having on corner was great, really.
Yeah, anyone having any dirt on me would be great because they'd love... Because they never could get dirt on me. Because I would own everything I did.
Yeah.
And this was one thing I would never own up to until now. Because I've matured. I don't give a fuck. You're on my shag list, babe. Number 1, top priority, bold writing. So they named...
I think that might be too shady, you know? I think that might be too
Is that too shady?
I think, because every fucker remembers that, surely.
We're just gonna... Them. Yeah.
Them.
So, then they gossiped to her. But then you never said it to me, did you? Until years later.
No, yeah, because the
I
thing
think
is...
it came up in Weatherspoons in...
Oh, yeah, it came up... Yeah, it did. Because to me, it was like... It was shocking, but it was also like, yeah, well, I'm not going to be like, you done stuff for that person.
Yeah, because Bored and Horny Connor's done stuff with a lot worse.
Well, no, because that's how you aren't.
No.
No,
Oh,
but like...
I don't know, because I did... Oh my god, I've just remembered! We're gonna cut this little bit out. We'll do this in another episode.
To me, it was like, I'm not going to make him feel bad for something he's done. You can't change it. You can't change it in 5 seconds. Don't bring it up, sort of thing. I did tell my sister, though.
Did you?
Oh, the walk home is 30 minutes. We had to speak about something.
She never, ever...
No, because I said to her, I'll buy you.
I bet she was jealous, because she was obsessed with them.
She was. They were my sister's lock screen for a little bit.
Which they weren't together.
No.
Which is insane.
No. And, like, also, this person, like...
That's such crazy work from her.
I know, was only ever into men. My
Yeah.
sister's not a man.
Only ever into men. Insane of Georgia. I forget that we can say Georgia's name.
I know, I forget that we can
She's
say
been
it.
on the podcast.
She's been on the pod.
So it doesn't fucking matter.
No, crazy work. But I do want to circle around to this sort of thing in particular. With his fight or flight, bite or be bitten, I do remember an occasion, we bring this up all the time, one summer when, I'm going to throw out some of the insults he used to throw out constantly. Kayla was a ginger lesbian. This person...
Wait. On to Kayla as a ginger lesbian. I went around the whole friendship group, right? And I asked everyone, who do you prefer, cats or dogs? Everyone said dogs, but Kayla said cat. And I just remember going, ha, lesbian, see?
No, you didn't. You went, of course you do.
Oh.
It's just snide. But then, like, another girl was just an annoying bitch. And this person used to make fun of them because they had acne. Had the worst acne afterwards. The biggest karma bit in the arse.
Honestly, I had the biggest karma. My skin got so bad.
Like, worse than this person.
That
like,
summer too, I had my karma.
it was big time. And I remember we were...
Please going past. Can you stop? We're filming.
I remember one summer we were all, you know how it is, you know, you go out with your mates, you sit in a park, and we were sat in the park, and I remember suddenly could we have one, like, she was...
Switzerland,
yeah.
she was Switzerland. We're not going to say names, but she never insulted anyone. I think she might have talked shit a little bit, but at that age, everyone did. Yeah. But she would never, like,
No,
she was honestly the most sweetest girl, I would say.
I was going to say, like, maybe there were better people in the world, but in our friendship group, there certainly was
She
not.
was the best one out of us all.
Yeah, so, like, there was her, and I remember she was the one that was leading this conversation, because clearly everyone had got enough. And he's doing something, I don't really know what, and I'm sitting on the floor, and then suddenly I've got this girl.
I don't remember any of this.
I've got this girl, it was summer, it was the summer holidays. I've got this girl, I've got Kayla, I've got this person, and then I've got another person, another girl, and they're all sitting there and they go, "Can we speak to you?" Oh, fuck. Yeah. The thing is, and it's Switzerland they're speaking.
Wait, but everyone spoke to her because you were the one person I was never truly mean to.
No, you weren't mean to me at all back then.
No, I was never mean to her back then.
Back then.
Back then. You get your penance now, babe.
Yes, that's why we had to speak.
Yeah.
No, he had a bit of a soft spot for me back in the
I
day.
did.
Like, there's so many photos and videos of it. Like, he used to just play with my hands, play with my hair, sit in my lap.
I also don't understand why I had a soft spot for you.
I don't know, but I do think that a part of you did worry that I would smash your face in. I used to be so much more butch.
She used to be rough as fuck.
Rougher than a dog's ass. White City all over me, mate.
Oof. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I knew you could probably outmatch me.
Yeah.
Or you would, like, yeah.
No, back then I was horrible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. But they all, can we speak to you? Like, Connor's being, and it was literally, Connor's being really mean. And this is Switzerland speaking. It's like, Connor's being really mean. Would you be able to speak to him and ask him to, like, calm it down a bit? Because it's upsetting people. I look at Kayla, my best friend. I'm like, you fucking mentioned something sooner. Them two didn't like each other. Like, they didn't like each other, really.
No, we really didn't. But we did later on become friends for a short
which
amount
we're
of time.
we're gonna get to that as well. But I think for Kayla, like for you, Kayla was a bit boring. Kayla just didn't speak all that much.
Yeah, Kayla never actually gossiped, as I don't remember.
No, not all that
didn't,
much.
like,
No. Not more than the average teenage girl does.
She was very much like Switzerland.
Yeah.
But more
quieter and like
reserved.
Reserved. But then
I can understand why.
Yeah, and then
got this loud gay twink.
For Kayla, he was just a fucking arsehole, so why would she want to be friends with him? I think, and I say it in my book as well, that you have to know Connor and to understand him as a person a lot.
The complexities of my life.
Yeah.
Of my personality.
And so your personality is the complex part. You think he had a lot more trauma for the bitch he is. But I remember being like, yeah, I'll speak to him. That's fine. And I remember like I would speak to you. I don't know what you were doing. You must have been speaking to someone else or on the phone or something. But I remember like coming over to you and speaking to you, and I've got these like girls all behind me, and then he's looking at me crazy, the same like dog about to bite look I was giving the girls a moment ago, and I'm trying not to laugh because I totally get it, girls, can't. But like, I didn't really know how to say it, and I was like, can we just try and keep it to a minimum, you know what I mean? Like, not everyone wants to be picked on all the time and called ginger every fucking minute of the day, like.
I'm being treated like a 2-year-old child.
And that's why I have to speak to him every time. But like, and he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, fine. And he did calm down. And then actually afterwards, he made an oath to like, stop being as much of an asshole.
Did I?
Yeah, I remember you trying. I remember you at one point, this person, they kept like flirting with you, and you like pulled me away, and you were like, what the fuck do I do? Because I've been an arsehole, and now I'm being nice, and now they think that I want to be like I want to be with them. Then he slept with them, so I don't know what he was bitching at me about.
Oh, yes! Yes! I remember!
He
Oh!
never remembers this shit.
Oh my god, yeah, because I needed to start being nicer. So I started being nicer, and then they actually thought I fancied them because I wasn't calling them a ginger cunt every minute. Or spotty bitch.
Pepperoni face.
Pepperoni.
It's like, he's so cliche. He's so cliche. Everyone should have looked at, because if you did that now, it'd be like, alright,
No.
pick a new one.
Yeah.
But like, good God. You
At
know
the
what I mean?
time, these were prime insults.
No, they weren't!
Yeah, they
Pepperoni
were.
face was never a prime insult.
I always gagged everyone though, and I don't understand why.
Not even in the way he gags us now, because he does it now, and then like me and the girls just go, okay, and then we just move on, because it's like I can't be arsed, because he's like, and everyone else is just like, 21. But like back in the day, to be fair, it would just be like, don't say anymore, you leave us alone. But like, I can't see him, he can't see me.
If I close my eyes, you can't see me.
But well, you listen to these stories, I feel like you'd think the Connor didn't have a soul back in the day.
I think that's been confirmed because
That's been confirmed.
no, like that I've got a soul. Sorry. So Miss Girl, obviously, like she said, she ditched school for a very long period, and once she went, the I guess fabric of this friendship group started to
because
crumble.
again,
The foundation crumbled.
It needs to, because that's the thing. Who was it? Someone said to me that Switzerland was scared of me, and I was like, what? And then I feel like it could have been Kayla, maybe not. Or because I do remember Kayla being like, well, yeah. Because I think I was one of the few to have fist fights.
Yeah, because you used to.
Ooh,
fight
I
a
was
lot.
that person. But it was just, for me, it was like, I never threw the first punch. Can we make that perfectly clear?
She
Although
does
I did
now.
once.
Oh.
But, like, I was that person. I ate it as well. Don't you worry. You can judge me all you want. But I think, in school, Kayla was my girl, man. I loved her to bits. I still do now, obviously. This isn't me breaking up with my friend, like.
Yeah, no.
She was my girl. I loved both these people a lot, but they were always separate. Yeah, but both these people were like separate parts of like my friendship, if that makes sense. Because these two were like pretty much the only two in the group that just didn't choose to cross over.
Yeah, no, we never really did cross over until one point.
But when my uncle decided to be a paedophile, and that kind of throws a spanner in the works, really, doesn't it? So I had to miss out on school.
Because Miss Girl was getting her justice.
Yes. So I was.
Period.
I was
Gagger.
moved to the town over. Safety and all that.
Which she
whatever.
returned a few years later.
I did. And obviously, I don't know what it was, but it was like the minute I left, people started having a snap at my Kayla.
Yeah, like they started making group chats.
Like vipers.
Without Kayla to try to get rid of her. And as you're probably thinking,
You'd think
I would be like
eating it up.
But no, they started chatting shit about Kayla in this group chat. I think Kayla might have been in this group chat.
No, I don't think she ever was.
I went, whoa now guys, let's not. I went, her friend is going through some troubling times at the minute.
Yeah, that's because they were like, oh, because she's not even spending as much time with us anymore. And I've got to say, right, like, Kayla used to have screaming matches with her mother when her mother didn't give her bus money to come see me. I was completely like, I had nothing. I was trying every chance I got, right? I didn't deserve to keep friends.
No.
I didn't, like, but she came to see me every single weekend. She did spend a lot of her time coming to see me, and I'll always be grateful for that. But these girls just couldn't quite take into account, like, oh yeah, to be fair, her best friend, because we were never like thinking about the fact that like we were a big friendship group, so there were
but we
closer
did
friends.
have closer friends,
and we were always very clear and all, because you are, that's like a natural thing to have. When you're in a big friendship group, you do have closer friends. her best friend is going through something, so she's choosing to spend her time up in the town over with me on the weekends.
I joined over a few times.
You did when you
Which
could.
is such odd because you didn't think I would have.
No, I didn't think. I thought that was the end of our friendship, but it wasn't.
It wasn't, clearly. I'm still here, bitch.
I
You
know.
can't get rid of me.
But
Which is where my soul comes into this.
it is.
So I'm like, hold on
But
a
they
minute.
were having a go at her because she weren't always
Yeah.
around as much.
They were having a go. They were saying they were chatting shit on her name when she weren't there to defend herself.
And then, oh sorry, just because I don't know if you'll remember, but he was like, why is Kayla being brought into this? One of the other girls was like, we're not really bringing her into it. And he's like, yeah, you fucking are.
Yeah.
Literally, you. And he's still got the screenshots. We can't put them here, obviously.
No, we
because
can't. But
his name's all around that bitch. But
I started sticking up for Kayla, which is such a bizarre thing. I know
Bizarre.
it is, considering me and Kayla's path would have never... Like, if I wanted to, I could have just ended mine and Kayla's friendship there and there.
yeah.
And I so could have been in the right movement to get rid of it. But I was like, hold on, no. I was like, hell no. I was like, let's not fucking do this. And then the foundation started to crumble in the friendship group.
Yeah.
And it never really was quite the same. Because they
No.
all slowly started separating by year 11. Some of them would be over there. Some of them would be over there. They all slowly crumbled away. But they tried to replace me with another gay. Didn't do it just as good as I did. But it was just like shockingly how much they switched up on her.
And it was so quick. And at the end of the day,
quick and it
she
was
weren't
insane.
going through a great time in general either. I remember in year 10. Okay, so let me like clarify it. Obviously, my uncle was announced, so that was what my whole life was shaping around at the moment. Me and my parents lived in a 2-bedroom flat. There were 6 of us. It was rough, and we were having a great time. Bless, again, Kayla's heart. She was coming up all the time. He was coming up when he could. Again, seeing them two come up together was weird for me. I
Yeah.
loved it, like, it was weird.
We also, one time, we had the whole friendship group came up. So we talked about how Switzerland was very...
Yeah! I know what you're
very
thinking at.
lovely. But like we said, not the bestest person in the world. Because I remember having a conversation and her being like, well, do you believe what has happened? And I went, well, like, we've got to support, guilty until not proven guilty.
People say innocent until proven guilty, but
Yeah.
he took it as like, well, believe her.
We'll believe in her because, well, one, she's our friend, and two,
Have you seen him?
it's going to... Yeah, have you seen him? He's fucking angry. He looks like an nonce. He is. But, like, also, it's going to court. There's no way you would create this whole lie just for it to go to court.
And, like, I lost all my family as well from it.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to lie. You're going to give up, surely, when you start
Yeah.
losing all of that.
Like, she lost her family and everything. So I was just like, let's just be there, which is so bizarre.
So unlike
So
him.
bizarre. My frontal lobe is developing.
No,
I'm
I'm telling you, he just had a soft spot for me.
I just matured a little bit, and I was like, hold on, guys. I was like, stop.
let me say
Hold on,
something.
guys.
Let me say something there.
Let me say
Yeah.
something that isn't calling you a spotty bitch. And she was just like, oh, I just don't know. Like, I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. And then I remember they all just wanted to go to the beach and fuck you all off.
Yeah.
They all just
Because
decided.
I couldn't go, I wasn't allowed to come back in. Basically,
She wasn't allowed to cross the lines.
yeah, so
I've lost my lip balm.
I wasn't allowed to cross back over into the town we live in now. I had to be the one next to it. I wasn't allowed to come back over because the way the law worked in that situation was if I were to come back and I were to be physically abused is a bit different, but if I were to have a screaming match or anything with the people, my family who were supporting my uncle, that would be on me because I've crossed the bounds. So it was like I just weren't allowed to come back over this side, like everything. I had to be that town, the town over from that, like I just couldn't be in this town. And then they were like, oh yeah, should we just go home and go to the beach? And bless, I would say another girl who I didn't even really know, like
this girl, now, she would pop into the friendship group because she was a friend of Switzerland who then also kind of became all of our friends. And bless her, she's got to be like the sweetest soul. You don't hear anything about her now.
No.
Like, she seems to be living her best life. And she was dead ass like, oh, but she can't come over.
the sweetest thing ever.
She can't come to the beach, so why are we leaving? Like, dead ass.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, what about if we just go to... Because there was a Lido, wasn't there?
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
like,
the
well,
swimming centre.
what if we just go to the swimming centre instead? Or what if we make a date to go to the swimming centre instead so that she can join and stuff like that?
Yeah, like, sweetest girl.
And considering she didn't know you as
Didn't
well,
know me.
like, insane of her. That was so...
Absolutely. But as well, I will say, I don't hold Switzerland's opinion against that. At the end of the day, everyone's allowed their opinion. Like, it would have hurt me more in the moment, probably. My grandpa died at the same time and I laughed, right? I weren't in a great thing, so it didn't like upset me at the time. Like, it's a shit thing, a shit feeling when your mate doesn't believe you about something so big, but I think I get it. I mean, I feel like, you know,
I do also feel like, obviously, don't get me wrong, this is a bit controversial to say, but we were all so young.
yeah.
So, like, Switzerland was very much silver spoon, got what she wanted,
Yeah.
never any trauma.
And like
I'm gonna say,
I feel like I had a lot as well, and like I feel like we did have another friend who was very much like attention seeking. So
Yes,
and
we
she was
did.
like close friends with me for a little while until I couldn't hack it no more. So
I
I kind of done like when there's so much stuff on my side of things and my sister's side of things, I understand it when if she was thinking like, oh, really that as well, like I get it, like
yeah.
fair enough, girl, you know what I
Especially
mean?
considering this one girl was a part of the friendship group who was very attention seeking at one point, until we all kind of switched up on her because we just couldn't be bothered for the shit anymore.
Yeah.
Because she would literally, I remember clear as day, she would lift up her sleeves and she'd have all cat and shit.
No, but it wasn't all. It was one, and like the thing is, right? Okay, this is like controversial now. It's called. I say it as a fucking box baddie, right? Okay, I've like.
She's still got the scars.
Yeah, I've been there. I've done that. Right?
When we were in London, the man was definitely eyeing up the scars.
Oh, I know. No, we were in London and like perfume stuff, and I've just got a big one going up my arm, and I'm like, oh shit. It's embarrassing, like, but I'm not. So I'm just making it clear. I'm not like it's not that I've not walked the walk. So I'm like. I get it. I get the attention. Like, you know, you're feeling really shit. You're wanting someone to be able to see you, hear you, feel you. But sitting with your arm underneath the table going, ow. Ow. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
I want to feel bad for you. And then it was like, as well, after my first, I don't know if I can say the word on YouTube, but my first attempt, yeah, I popped a couple, and then it was like maybe 3 weeks later, she'd been telling people that she had tried to do the same off 4 tablets, and I was like, I'm sorry, and it just felt like.
It just always didn't feel genuine.
Yeah, and it felt like it just...
Because it wasn't genuine at all.
No, like, there definitely was, and I always believe as well, if someone is doing all of that, they have got something going on, but it was the wrong way of doing it, and it made it look like a tool, and then I think being friends with the likes of someone like that, it does make it then your other friends going this, that, and the other. And you automatically do go, are you lying though? Are you lying as well?
Yeah, like so it's like not understandable, but it kind of is at the same time.
Yeah, like I wouldn't do it, but I can understand where you're coming from. You know,
Yeah,
if you are watching this as well, because I don't know. Hey girl.
But yeah, there was just always, I mean, with the friendship group that we had,
it was messy, but because it was a lot of people, and I think
messy.
only one of them had a dad, or a dad that was like there. Like I have my dad, but my dad was, you know, so
that makes it seem like he's dead. He's not dead.
no, I could have killed him. He's got better recently. He doesn't watch us, but you know,
he's not allowed to watch it.
No, he's not allowed. He doesn't want to either. He's like, yeah, I'm alright. And in the last like 3-4 years, since he's taken him and Kayla on, he's at 2 years. He's got better. He's getting there. He's getting better. Before then, I told our man I'd rather him be dead than my mother. Like we were rocky, to say the least, right? There was multiple kids in our group with daddy issues, mommy issues, just fucking issues.
Yeah.
There was arguments galore, there was pettiness galore, there was bitchiness, there was a lot of it. And he just had to fucking stir it up all the time.
Yeah, I would stir up all the time because I was bored.
Yeah, like when he made an account.
Yes, you know what, we're finally going to talk about this. So, if anyone from school is watching, I went through, I'm going to actually apologise once again. So, this is now my public apology to one girl, and one girl in particular, who got blamed for it all. No, this girl was an attention-seeking little bitch. So,
Take a drink.
and for the whole year of year 11, she had a crutch, and she had crutches, and she'd never actually use them. She would just pretend, and it was actually so funny.
A knee brace.
Knee brace. Oh my god, Tex! I still have the video. She was slapping herself and ticking and going, woo, woo. And the thing is,
pretending like she had Tourette's.
Pretending like she had Tourette's.
But it only lasted 2 days.
It lasted 2 days, and we had exam season. Because this video went round, because her best friend at the time was sending people these videos. So much of a best friend.
I know.
And,
my sister dated this girl.
Yes! Georgia dated this girl as well.
This girl kissed her. Georgia come home and went, maybe I'm not into girls.
Bad. And,
I feel like this is so bad for us to be saying.
This is a messy, like the messiest episode, because everyone still lives
No
one moved away. No one moved away.
You're born here, you die here.
Like, out of people that we were very close with, or people that kind of ended up we associated with for a good while, never moved away. No one ever did. So we all still live in the same town. So we're running the risk of bumping into these people. I've bumped into 2 of them at Tesco's before. You bumped into one of them at Tesco's. And this is kind of the reason for the episode, because we were thinking of what we could say.
Because we were like talking on FaceTime yesterday, and I said like I've saw this person in Tesco's.
The one I shagged.
And I was like, you know, funny, like, it's the only person I've seen. I don't bump into any of them.
No.
I'm like so lucky. I don't bump into any of them ever.
I'm very like true on the fact of like people who no longer serve your life or no longer are part of your story, you hardly ever see.
Yeah.
You may see like on an odd occasion, but that's because you live in the same town, but you never really see. You know what I mean? Like they just end up as NPCs in the background.
Yeah. So like I was talking about that, and then I said like, I was telling Maya, my girlfriend, like this story and that story. Then we went, hold on, should we just talk about this on the pod?
Yes.
And that's how we
But also it's because they clocked you first, and they turned around to their group of friends and was like, oh my god, never guess what? Like you're 21, babe.
Yeah.
Or 22 now.
Maybe.
Mature.
Like, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you definitely did turn and go.
Yeah, I hope for your sake we're wrong. Like,
yeah, like I can't.
We do it online on a video at least.
But no, because that's what I was saying about it. I just thought like that's so funny. We're so old now to be doing that. But
let's talk about it on the pod of the friendship group that we once had. Where were we before this?
Your blame it how it landed on crutches.
Yes, so how it landed on this crutches, girls. So I do apologise for you, but also the exam season was up, and we were in the exam hall. And if you have Tourette's, when you're under a lot of pressure and stress, you cannot control these tics.
Well, that's obviously the belief. We can't say for sure. Neither of us have it.
Neither of us have it, nor we medical professionals. But that is the belief. But in exam season, she never ticked once. So when people asked her about it, she'd be like, oh, I can control it. And then she'd start ticking when it was brought up, when she was reminded of this. But so she posts on her story that she's watching Gossip Girl, and it was around the same time that I was watching Gossip Girl. And obviously, if you've ever seen Gossip Girl, and if you haven't, what the fuck are you doing? Watch it, because it's like such a classic. Gossip Girl is about a gossip account on this school of rich, high-privileged kids. Well, we're not rich, high-privileged kids, but we're kids in a school. And I thought, how about I make a gossip account? So I make a gossip account called The Gossiper. And I gagged these bitches for a week. I just tried shit on everyone I could.
So many different people got accused of it as well, but it was crutches.
They accused. I was slick. Everyone accused me of it as well. But I would make, because I always went for a pee. I still do now. So whenever it was break time, I would sign out of the accounts. I would sign out of everything, so that when everyone wanted to see my phone, they could have my phone. So, because people would check my phone. I remember the friendship group would check my phone and be like, "Is this you?"
Because it's such a corner move.
It's such a corner move. And I would also chat shit about our friendship group to cause arguments. Like I said, I like to stir it up. And then they were always like, "Oh no, it's not him, it's not him." And then as we're walking to class, I'd resend into everything. The one thing that made me delete, I would have probably kept it on for longer, because some people would play the game, but some people wouldn't. People would send in things, but then I'd have people harass me, being like, "Who are you? Babe, don't DM me to find out who I am. I want to find out gossip that you have on someone." Like, I know a couple of universities in the city, they have a gossip account and people put up stuff and it's brilliant. But anyway, there was this one girl who wanted to collab, who's in our friendship group, who wanted to make a gossip account, but she told everyone she was this gossip account, but she never put up any dirt because she knew that people knew that she was this gossip account. So she was boring, but then for weeks after, loads of different gossip accounts would pop up to try to recreate the effect that I had on the school for the week. But it really didn't. Like, I really went for this one girl and I kept calling her Daddy's Little Princess. I don't know why she irked me so much, but she did. I have no beef. I actually couldn't give a fuck. She just irked me in one way and I just thought, fuck, yeah, I'll have you, bitch. And everyone for a whole week, I swear, was calling her Daddy's Little Princess, and it was brilliant. So the blame got put on Crutch's girl. But what really made me delete the account was when I was on the hairdressing bus. Such a classic thing.
You'd say such a stereotypical gay.
Yeah,
He's on the hairdressing bus with a gossip account on Instagram.
Instagram and Twitter.
Could you be any fucking more stereotypical?
I know, innit? The one thing that really made people question, though, was that I followed people from another school. And that's what really confused people. Because I also had friends in a different school, because I was very, like I said, likeable.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Again, I don't think it's likeable, but yeah.
Well, why
you were always up for a good time.
I was always up for a good time, and everyone else, I was a fun person. I still am, I think, I hope. I hope I'm not a washed up twink anymore. Anyway. They were, like, talking, and this one girl was talking, who was kind of a part of our friendship group, but kind of weren't. Like, she'd pop in, we had our class together. But yeah, we had our class together, and she was like, "Oh yeah, we went to blah blah blah, and now IT Apartment is trying to find out the IP address to locate who this person is." So I shit myself because I thought, "Fuck, this is getting serious now. The school's hunting me down." But do you want to know what's even brilliant? Guess where the IP address was? It was in the city. So everyone was even more confused. I deleted the account because I got rid of it because I shit myself. But everyone was so fried because no one ever discovered. There was only speculation, but none of these speculations could be pinpointed on one person because the IP address came from the city. So I'm guessing I must have made... I don't know how IP address works. I'm really not entirely sure.
I don't know.
But I'm guessing I must have made the account when I was in the city because I would frequent there a lot. Due to my niece's father being from the city.
I've got to say, when I hear these stories back, I do think, wow, I should have been them off a long time ago.
100%, but also, I also do believe when you're going through a hardship in life, you really do find out who your friends are.
Yeah, no, and did I, fuck, I really
Because
did.
we went from at least 10 people in our friendship group to just 3.
Yeah, no,
and technically 4 now. We've had one on.
She's been around 3 years. She meets the mark now.
She does meet the mark.
No, I mean, like, because I do want you to know that Connor does actually have a soul. Like,
I do have a soul. There was, well, obviously when I came up to the next town over,
yeah,
that was really a sort of a mark to show that I did have a soul.
Yeah, it really did shock me. Like, I can't express how much that really did shock me. And
I remember the first day I met your mother and I was telling her about sugar daddies.
Yeah, and then, right? And you know, fucking then, right? I was 16 and getting fucking kicked out my house. But in fairness, I did have a 49-year-old man sending me money. So...
Wasn't that Jason?
Yeah. Do you know what? We said in episode 1 we didn't talk about it, but we never did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to say, right, hands down, I weren't selling no nudes. I weren't doing that. He just sent me, like, money every morning. I used to walk my sister to the bus to go get it, so she'd get the bus for college. She didn't last more than 2 weeks. She got shouted at. She didn't like it, bless her. He once sent me money so we could get a Chinese. I had to, like, really ingrain in my little sister, this is nuggets and chips. Mommy asked, you've had nuggets and chips, not a Chinese. To the point that, like, I'm washing the dishes, Georgia's running the rubbish down to the street bin. Like, my parents are fucking crazy. My mother would have checked through the bin. She's checked through the bin before.
Diva.
But, like, at this point in time, like, I was getting into makeup a bit more. My mother loved slut-shaming me, man. I weren't even back then. I weren't even.
Yeah.
I genuinely weren't.
So funny.
But,
fucking funny.
No, she, like, slut-shamed me like fuck. And this one time in particular...
She blamed me.
Well, yeah, but the reason I got kicked out, well, not the reason. The reason was because of the money. She checked my bank statement, nosy bitch.
That's so funny of it, though. That's
I thought it was your father's letter. Darren. You thought Darren was me. Fuck off. But, she, I had eyeliner on. I remember I'd been doing makeup with myself and my little sister. And then Georgia was like, can you do eyeliner? I was like, I've done it once and I can't do it anymore. And she's like, go on, try it. Georgia loves watching people do stuff, loves watching people, like, play games and everything like that. Like, she loves it. So she was watching me try and do eyeliner. And then I made dinner, I cleaned up, ready for my parents to come home. I didn't wash the makeup out. Oh, fuck me. She comes through the house. She was already fucking pissed off about something. She comes through, fucking stomping all around. And then she's at the back door throwing something out, maybe looking through the bins, who knows. And then she goes, what's this, son? Sending nudes here. Fucking pardon? Pardon?
Like, what the fuck? What accusation to throw out?
What? And she went, well, what's all this about? Why have you done it otherwise? I was playing with makeup. I was a 16-year-old girl. Our cousin Shauna had just given us loads of makeup. She had, like, Ted Baker and stuff. So he was like, you know, I'm having fun. Oh, I almost had my head taken off my shoulders. She was like, you doing that here? You selling those here? No, sorry, wrong daughter, for fucking starters.
That's so true, yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot that Georgia would.
Yeah. And, I was like, no. She full on screaming match. Crazy, right, okay, fine. About 2 weeks later, in between those 2 weeks, I can hear her downstairs saying to my father, like, you gotta kick her out. George wants her own bedroom. Kick her out. Fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do?
Fucking insane.
But then I do get kicked out, and then...
Which probably could be the best thing that ever
Oh,
happened.
it was fucking brilliant.
Mate, for you, and I think your parents' relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not like that you were the reason.
Not for my dad, maybe.
No, but like... No, for like the way...
Me to my parents. Like,
Yeah.
we just wouldn't have got along otherwise. But,
Yeah.
when I do get kicked out, I have no family, as we established earlier. And they're like, social services are there, and they're like, we don't know what to put her, like, where are we putting her? And I was like, anyway, you don't take her though, she's out the street tonight. Fuck me. I feel the love. And they're like, well, she's got to go somewhere. And then, one of my workers goes, what about Connor? You're like, friends with him and you? I immediately was going like, no. Because I've never been in his house at this point. Yeah, we've been friends at that point for, 4 years? But yeah, I've not been in his house. And then my mother's going, no, because he's the reason she's doing all this, because he has sugar daddies, and he's been teaching her all of this.
Do you know what's so funny? I never had a sugar daddy. I knew how to get one. It was meant to be my goal once I turned 18 to get a sugar daddy and be flying off to the Maldives. The best I got was a trip to Mallorca with a chopped boyfriend.
No, but like, proper blames like that. And I'm like, and then my social worker's going, I'm like,
But also, how dare you get to dictate where she goes after you've kicked her
I
out?
know. Like, to be like, she has to go somewhere, but she's not fucking staying here. No, she can't go there. Like, the fuck? We ended up, then my mother went, what about Kayla? I phoned Kayla. Me and Kayla hadn't spoken for a little while now, right? Again, all the love for her. She was going through a really shit time. Like, there was a boy. Fucking let me get started on this boy.
She fucking hated this man.
I still say it to this day.
This
Give
man
me
also-
one bullet.
Was it Friends Muffs?
What?
No. It was when we were drinking after Techniquest.
Yeah.
This boy was on her Snapchat. Oh, you best believe there was a bit of riot here.
Where, you know, she's going, like, through her shit, which means this person drove a bit of a wedge between me and my girl, you know what I mean? Like, we were still...
A very big wedge, I would say.
Yeah, we were still absolutely friends, but it just didn't feel as, like, quite as tight, because she was now closer friends with another girl who fancied the same boy.
Big red flag.
Yeah, like, it was a shit time for her, right? And, like, we'd argue a lot, because I was the type that was, like...
The fact, like,
he's
wake
being
up.
an arsehole, wake the fuck up. And obviously she didn't want to hear that.
Which is so funny. Because that's kind of why we went distant.
Yeah, because I can't let a bitch, like, I can't be that friend that's like, just let it happen. I'll always be you when you figure it out. But I can't just sit back and like let yourself,
but
like,
with
watch
our
you.
distance, like, we would still hang out. It was just easier if we didn't.
Yeah, and like...
So we just didn't get to see each other as much as we used to.
Yeah, and then, like I said, she was with this boy a lot. I refused to have anything to do with this boy. So it was like, you know what I mean? But we went from seeing each other, like, every single weekend to that. And I'm like, what do you mean you fucking live with Kayla? What are you doing? Like, what? And then she was like, no, yeah, take her to Kayla's. Nothing was spoken about with Kayla. Have you got Kayla's number? Yeah. Ma'am, you can't... Give me Kayla's number now, or otherwise I'm taking your phone. And I go, oh, fuck. Give Kayla's number, social services ringer. Hiya, Kayla's shitting bricks. Imagine being 16 and having social services ringing out.
Yeah, I know, and
Wow, that's so weird.
Dreadful.
Anyway, they speak to her mother and everything. I rock up, and I remember I walked through, because they used the kitchen doors, the front door wasn't, well, back then they did anyway. And I walked through, and immediately Kayla just opened her arms to give me an hug. And oh my good God, did I need it. COVID times as well, mind. COVID times to move in with somebody else. I remember we used to go to B&M's. I've got a photo of us both wearing masks.
What a time.
Because obviously we saw each other a little bit more then, because I was living closer to him.
Yes.
We were out to school, like... But that was like the time where you show your true colours, because you were seeing me a lot.
Yeah,
then.
we became a lot more closer then. So then when she eventually moved out, I still made the effort to come up.
Yeah, because I moved back to the town over, but he used to come up.
No, before that you moved up this way.
Oh, yeah.
Literally across the road.
Yeah, I used to live across the road.
So I would like get the bus up. Because I had a bit of like EMA popping through. And
we'd meet in town and stuff like that.
We would kind of just work around it. And then she moved over to the town over again.
And then
we saw each other fucking almost all the time.
Yeah, and then at that point as well, me and Kayla broke down again. And I believe it was because of the same boy. It was. It was because of the same boy. And for a while, he was like the only mate I had. And...
My God, you sound like you're gonna cry.
No, because, like, I don't talk about it all that much, but, like,
She was one of many for me.
Yeah, no, like, but my point is that, like...
My point is I'm still livable.
I had agoraphobia. I couldn't, like, leave the house a lot. It was, like, I'm the only person... I didn't speak to my mum, I didn't speak to my dad, like, I didn't speak to no one. The only person that was getting me out of the house was him, because otherwise I was just in therapy, and so without him I could have been dead.
She could have been dead. She could have been groomed again.
But then I feel like we've already mentioned this in the podcast, but I do want to mention it as well. Connor weren't dead inside. Like, he was dead inside. But the bitch weren't dead because after I was assaulted by a different person, 2 months later, really played on me, started again, and thought...
Oh, yes.
And then...
I was wondering where you were going with this.
I was, like, awkward. And I sent him a photo, like...
Yeah, I think I asked you, like, what you were up to or something.
Yeah, and I tried... Thumbs up, awkward smiling, in my school hoodie, because it was the only hoodie I owned, with gashes. And he just goes, oh, babe, get yourself a fake fringe. And sends me a photo of his fake fringe in his box of iodine. So... And that was great. That's exactly what I needed. I was putting F word that night, like, you know what I mean? That was great. That was great for me. Like, I mean that as well. I'm not being sarcastic, because I know I sound That was great. That was fun, like, you know?
It's so funny, because if that happened now, you'd have a completely different reaction from me.
I know. I sent him a voice note when me and Maya did split up for that little bit of time, and I'm like, me and Maya split up. And he was fucking running to his car, bless him.
I ran to my car. Like, fuck, I was driving at this point.
I know.
Fucking
that's the thing, everyone thinks I'm going to kill myself all the time now.
I think I even sped on the motorway, which is really odd because I didn't get ticketed that time. And because I was just thinking, fuck it. I would rather make sure that you were alive than have you end up dead.
I recognise I have traumatised my friends, but I blame Ted. Right? I blame the uncle. I'm passing the blame.
I'm gonna pass the phone to the least drunk.
But I feel like since we brought it up, should we finish up with Jason quickly?
Yes.
We've already brought him up now. In episode 1, we mentioned Jason, and we mentioned that is his real name.
We also mentioned tell your wife.
Yeah.
Tell your wife. Because
what are you gonna do if somehow magically you are hearing this now,
and your wife is as well,
and I say you can't say what are you gonna do?
Was
sue
16.
me? You're gonna sue me? Like,
she was also 16, you pedophile.
It's like you can't be coming at me. Oh, you've used my real name. You were married with 4 kids, something like that. Like,
probably older than her.
All of them were except from one. Yeah.
Which is even worse.
Yeah.
You're also 16. I can't emphasize that.
And that's the thing. Like, obviously, because that's the thing. Obviously, 16 is age of consent year, and because he was American, God, in the state he lived in as well. But I think a lot of people don't know that doesn't include photos. But granted, as well, I wasn't sending photos, so.
Yeah, but it
is
still
still
like a bit of a grey area, though,
you know, don't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't do it. Like, you know, because obviously with that, like, it went, like, the police were phoned and everything, and they basically said to me, like, do you share photos? No. Alright then, unless you want to say that he shared photos and go to the police, then there's nothing we can do. I'm like, I didn't phone out. I don't care. I didn't phone out. Because, absolutely, in that situation, you absolutely should. But my thing was like, no, I was definitely winning. You know what I mean? I was definitely winning. I had a Chinese. I used to have breakfast in the bakery.
I had a Chinese and a breakfast in the bakery.
No, we were poor as fuck, man. When I moved in with Kayla, my finger was going through my shoe, the bottom of my shoe. I had trench foot at one point from broken shoes. You best believe the moment I was getting a little nice pasty from bakery, I was living it, mate. I was so happy. It's great. It was the small things in life at that point.
That's so true.
But this man, we. So I was thinking, right, so when did that stop? Because if you were getting money and then you moved out and you didn't go to the police, so like, why did it stop? Because it was going for a little bit. It was great when he sent me a couple of quid here and there, like, I say a couple with a 0 on the end, you know, we're getting £2. When I was living on my own, you know, I had barely any money, you know, 16, living on my own. That was great. What really threw it off for me was, first off, he did want to fly me out to America.
I feel like I told you should, didn't I?
You did, because he said to me, you can bring your little gay friend as well to make you feel more comfortable. Your little gay friend.
I'm the talking gay to your life.
He is my talking gay. And I remember, I already told him about this one 2 years ago, and he was like, why didn't we could have gone to America?
I had my passport. Well, we'll get into that issue later.
But like, I was like, no, because I was gonna get gangbanged, and I don't know if that's a cup of, you know. I just, and he's like, you could have done it. I'd have fucking done it.
Anything for America. Imagine talking about that on the pod. When we flew out to America.
I got gangbanged by truckers.
You were gangbanged by truckers, but we had a holiday in America. Come on.
You win some, you lose some, I suppose.
That would have been great.
But I was like, no. And do you know what? I've got a really good, like, sense of my gut. Like,
she does.
I didn't get it with that either. Like, I weren't even like, oh no, he's gonna kill me. It just felt like, oh no. I quite like the, you know, you give me money and I don't have to do nothing. You just think I'm pretty.
I feel like it was more of a hassle for you.
It was a hassle, you know. It's just, I've got to go on a big long flight to get gangbanged. And yeah, like, oh yeah, that's lovely. Like, oh, but you know, I don't know.
What's just popped in my head is the woman on X Factor singing, "We're having a gangbang, we're having a ball."
But it's like, I don't know. And, you know, no. I was like, I don't know. It was a no, but I wanted to keep the money. So I was like, I don't know, you know, like, I've just moved out. I've got some stuff I need to sort out. But I'd love to meet. I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to keep getting my money, like, you know.
Get your money out, babe.
But so fuck. What was after that? Yeah, the thing that was then like, oh yeah, no, this. We didn't speak for a little bit, right? This is embarrassing for him, and it always makes me giggle. Does anyone know Pretty When I Cry, Lana Del Rey? I think it's actually called Pretty When You Cry. He sent that to me after we stopped speaking for a short amount of time when I first got kicked out. Like, at the end of the day, like, the money's great, but I am a bit, you know, Ed's in the shed. I'm not exactly.
Life's just been like fucking tipped upside down kind
yeah,
of shit.
You know, streaks, no replies. You know, like,
streaks, no replies.
I needed a moment. But then he's like, oh, I've been listening to this song, thinking 49-year-old man again. 49-year-old trucker. Let's get that clear. Bodybuilder. Let's get that clear.
Awful.
He sends it to me and he's like, just listen to it. I know the song already. He's like, just listen to it, and when you get to this amount of time in, that's what I was really thinking of you. And I remember I just put it on and I was doing my washing and I was putting it on the radiator, and then like a lyric come on and I was like, oh my god, it's this. And then I looked at the time and it was I'm stronger than all my men except for you, because that's what he felt like I would be thinking about him, which is such an odd thing to be listening to a song and thinking it reminds me of you because I think you'd listen to this thinking of me. That's so up your own ass.
Embarrassing.
And I remember just going, oh. Anyway, it was this day that I did stop speaking to him. I think. But either way, the gangbang thing come up again. It's like, would you think about it? Like, what, you know, like, you know, you can come over. Like, he wasn't constantly on the gangbang. Let me make that clear. But he was like, you know, it'd be lovely. Like, think about it. Like, you wouldn't have any stress. Like, we'll do anything that makes you feel.
It'd be a great time.
We'll do anything that makes you feel like more comfortable. Like, you don't have to worry.
That's so funny.
And then he went, I know I have got this, like, this thing that I really want to do. And I'm like,
oh my god, what was it? I don't think you've told me this, have you?
I don't know, I think I might have. We'll see now. And I was like, because he's told me a lot. He told me a lot. And I'm not one to shame.
Until now.
But he said, one of the mates that wanted to fuck me, and you'll see where this is going. He has a dog.
I remember. Woof woof.
It was a white staff, like bulldoggy staff thing. And he said, I've always liked the idea of forcing a dog on a woman. Wow! Oh, I I will do anything that makes me feel more comfortable. Fuck, do you mean?
Forcing a dog onto a woman is wild.
Him and his mate both had the same thing, which is so crazy to me. Because, I mean, we speak about stuff open and honest, but I don't think we'd ever...
Do the same kind of kink.
Like, how do you... First off, obviously
like,
not, but how do you get to that?
Is this on a Reddit chat that you find mates?
How do you... They work together.
Bizarre.
Like, how do you just start chatting to your co-worker and be like, oh no, do you know what really gets me solid?
Imagine me chatting to the beauty team like,
Yeah.
do you know what really gets me solid?
It's like, in what world do you get comfortable enough? Again, because, like, obviously, he had been speaking to me for a couple of months, so how like, what is it that... And you've only now brought it up.
Insane.
And there were sexual conversations there. What must be said for you and you... Did you look at the dog and go, do you know what he'd be good for? Do you know what I mean?
Wild.
And he'd sent me, like, photos and videos of this dog before, and I was saying how cute it is and everything.
And he
now
probably
I'm thinking,
thought that was a thing for you coming on to him.
Yeah! And then I was, like, maybe thinking, like, oh my god. And I went, no.
And that's why we didn't fly out to America.
Yeah, I was like, because who knows, maybe he kept pushing, maybe it'd have happened. But no, when I weren't just getting gangbanged, I was getting dog banged. No!
No, but that's just, like, insane.
Crazy. I'll never know, like, in what confidence can you ever have to be like, oh yeah.
I wonder if, like, obviously, because now it's been a good few years later.
Oh my god, he's definitely done it by now, isn't he?
Do you reckon he has? Do you reckon he's definitely got his dog to gangbang someone?
It's been 5 years.
Do you reckon in these 5 years?
Ew, oh my god.
Insane.
I've never even thought about that. He definitely have.
100%.
Because he's married, right? But, like, he works on oil things to do with oil. He's a manager of something to do with oil.
A lot of money in
yeah,
oil.
he was like a manager of something, like, really big up. I think he said, like, you know, I don't know. American oil companies are pretty big. There was only 2 or 3 bosses above him, right? That's how he had this money.
Massive.
He owned the house that his wife and his kids lived in, and then he used to rent houses in different areas when he had to move around. So he didn't even technically live with his wife. That's how he got away with all this. But, like, his wife was so pretty as well. Crazy.
I bet she loves the money.
I don't know what it is about married men entrusting me with all that information, because I had his wife's Instagram. I could have told her. But, like, that's the thing.
Do you still have it?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was going to say, should we be messy after all these years?
That's the thing. It was one of those things, like, and you probably, like, a lot of you watching would probably think, like, I should have told. I was over in the UK, mate. I just finished my own court case, and then suddenly I've got to be like, look, your husband, like, 16-year-old, is cheating on you and really wants you to shag a dog. Can you deal with that for me? You know?
Can you sort that out, my love?
I just felt like it was, what was I meant to do?
No.
You know what I mean?
What are you meant to do in that situation?
And I also believe, I believe that she knew. But was
chose to ignore it.
Yeah, it was just choosing to ignore it, because when you're already not seeing him much anyway.
But it's
and
also...
then you've got your house paid for you, and your kids live happy with you, and everything.
From my own experience, sometimes it's easier to ignore it rather than dealing with things. Especially if no one else knew. Or, like, well, if no one else... If you thought that no one else
Yeah, if
knew,
it wasn't
kind of
public knowledge, like,
yeah. It's so easy to kind of just ignore it.
So, yeah, maybe I should have said. But, like, again, I'd just been kicked out. I was in social housing sort of thing.
Dealing with your own shit.
Yeah, it was like, oh, you know what? I just don't think I've got the capacity to be spilling all this right now.
Yeah.
But no, she was a pretty woman. She's just a bit dead behind the eyes. I can see why, though. You know what I mean?
That would make sense.
Yeah. My favourite was he sent me a photo of him like, holding this big thing, like, boulder thing. It was, because, again, weightlifter, body thing, whatever the fuck. And he had a wedding ring on. And I went, are you married? And he went, no. And I went, I said, you've got a wedding ring on? He went, oh, it's an old photo. And I went, no, it's not. I said, you're lying to me. And he went, no. I said, no. You're lying to me. I said, just tell me the truth. I said, don't be a pussy. Don't be a grown-ass man that can't even tell the truth. And he was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm married.
That's so funny to me. It's the fact that he tried to lie.
I know. You can't send a photo with your wedding ring on and then be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
No,
come
I'm not
on.
married. Like, I'm not married. God.
Do you like? Does it ever make you wonder if they were ever happy at one point? And then, you know what I mean? Like, were they always like this, or were they?
Yeah, I didn't know an awful lot about that. I just know apparently she nagged a lot, but I mean, every bloke says that about his missus either. And also,
Yeah.
how's she nagging a lot if you don't live together?
So true. Was she doing it over text? Well, we've seen that happen from my
Yeah,
own experience.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. He didn't feel cared for. You know the cliche shit, like whatever. But no, I didn't have much integrity back then. I didn't get to
Too much, not much. I can't say the word.
integrity.
Integrity.
Yeah,
Oh God, my pronunciations are so bad recently.
you just don't know words.
No, I do know words. It's just I can't remember how to pronounce them, and it fucks me up. Dyslexia really comes in handy here.
But no, we've just spoke about that. How I'm a bad person.
So
Even though this was meant to be on him, so now we're gonna wrap up.
We're gonna wrap up, and we're
do a
gonna
little
spin back to, obviously, why I mentioned earlier about them being a transgender male to female. So after we were in college, no, we were past college. Well, no, past college, but in college, like almost into my second year of college.
In case you really need to know those specific.
Yeah, so like this was a few years after school, after the friendship group kind of broke down and everything like that. And I had just finished work and I was meant to be meeting up with this boy who weirdly enough oddly like enough every now and then would pop back into my life. Very short period. Still have not met him. I've seen him about, but I've not met. No, I did meet up with him at one point in lockdown, but ever since then, like, we never met up again. And I've seen him like about. So he was meant to be coming down, but then he never did. And I was like, well, like, I've got money, I'll come up to you, I'll get onto a train. And he was like, no, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of when things fizzled out with me and him. Kind of glad. So I'm bored, and I'm like, oh, but I had plans. I'm like, what do I do now? Do I go home? And then they snap me. And it's just a picture of them, like, of the wall. So I snap back, and we're just chatting. And this is kind of what kind of happens. This is how it always happens. Then I end up meeting up with them. I met up with them twice.
We've not given this person, but to be fair, we didn't give anyone in our friend group a name.
No, I met up with this person technically 4 times, but 3 more times after the original time from school. I think, so then they ended up being my first, and I was in the bed. You can pop up the photo because their grandparents come to the house just before they rail me. Because, like, very much we'll talk about their penis. I don't know if this is disrespectful, but also I've talked about everyone else's penis, so I feel like it's just fit into the podcast. They had a very big penis, very thick, very big. So for my first time, woof, my God, knocked my socks off. Admittedly, very good at what they did, I will admit. That's obviously why I went back. So we shagged. Their grandparents then turned up, and that was just really awkward. So I'm in their bed, and I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my God, I hope they just don't come upstairs. This is really embarrassing. Like, I'm fucking bollock naked. Luckily, they didn't. We carry on shagging. I send a snap to one of our old friends where I'm in their bed, and they're like, because I knew that they had gossiped. So I knew that they would recognise the bed because they'd been in their bedroom. And they were like, oh my God, what the fuck? And I just thought, this is how I stirred up some shit again. But then they wanted to date me. But you're a woman. So we can't date, because the way that I see it is, why am I dating you if you're eventually going to get everything chopped off and remade into the woman that you image of yourself?
Yeah.
The womanly image of yourself. So why would we date? So this is kind of where it ends, because they're like, like, why don't we date? I never had any feelings for this person. I literally simply wanted to shag. It just worked out great for me, because I was just bored, horny.
And they always wanted to.
And they always wanted to. So I thought, why not give them what they want? Because it benefits me. It benefited me indeed. So they were like, oh, but, we've been doing this now for some time. So I've just been thinking, like, what if we just kind of date? Or what if we start seeing each other? And I go, Oh, see, that is such a good idea, but I only see you as a woman. I don't see you as anything else, but you're just a woman. And they were like, but I have a dick. And I was like, yeah, but you're a woman. You're...
Yeah, like if
Like,
you're gonna if you're gonna
be
if
a
your
male to
goal
female,
is to have a woman's body, he's no longer gonna be
I'm
attracted
not
to
gonna be
that
attracted
body.
to you. I was like, you're trying to make yourself look feminine, and I was like, so I only see you as a woman. I respect the she/her pronouns. So to be like, well, I think we should date because I have a penis, is so wild,
Yeah.
insanely wild. So it was why I'm a shit person, because I just went, well, I only see you as a woman after we had shagged a few times.
Yeah.
Which is so, it's funny, but it's wild as fuck. Because what do you mean? They also told me...
The dick was good enough for you at that point.
Yeah, the dick was good enough for me, but I'm not dating you, babe. You were just one of many. Just one of many, as this podcast is all about.
But it's also got funny as well, because as he gets older, he seems less gay to me. You talk about shagging women so much.
I do, actually. Yeah, I talk about shagging women. Yeah, but, well, sorry. Maybe that dick converted me into a woman. Maybe I
converted you into a woman?
Converted me into a woman lover.
Yeah.
There we are, titty lover. But I love you. You're the bestest woman that I ever love. I want to shag her so bad. I want to put my babies in you.
The mom said, what do you say to me, when am I going to get pregnant? And I went, and as I went to say, like, well, Maya's got to get really good at something, otherwise. And he's like, me.
Yeah.
Me. We've spoken about, sorry, it's a bit off topic. We've spoken about, like, imagine if, he was like, I'd give sperm if you were Maya to own a baby. And Maya went, no.
Which is insane to me. I'm offering.
And I actually at first was like, yeah, it's like the only thing I can think of is like, if we have a kid, it has no chance of being tall.
Yeah.
I'm 4'11", he's 5'4". That feels like we're punishing a child if it's that
but
short.
like, my genes and your genes.
But like, that's the thing. It was like, oh, you know.
It's perfect combo.
But then Maya was like, no, are you taking the fucking piss? No.
Which is insane. What?
So Connor cannot be a sperm donor.
I cannot be a sperm donor, which is disgusting. Maybe my future husband can be the sperm donor, if they're liked.
If they're liked. Well, right now we're going one on each side, so we'll see what the next one is, eh?
What do you mean?
Well, I liked one, didn't like the other.
That's so true, actually. So we'll see if you like the next one.
Yeah.
Whoever the next one will be. I just don't see this happening for me for a very good while.
Thank God.
I don't know. I don't know where my life is headed at this point.
I can't keep getting asked for friends mess, to be honest, though.
Oh no, it's so funny because I'm like,
oh my God, we need to do a friends mess episode of the podcast.
But I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Only true friends.
You can't get that drunk again.
That's such like add to my Christmas list. Just get me alcohol for friends.
Do you know how much money I've spent on you already? I don't know how much.
How much you spent on me?
I spent £100 on you today. That's without the rest.
Okay, I actually can't remember how much it was.
Kayla, don't know.
By the time this fucking out, does Kayla? Oh yes, Kayla does watch these. Bleep it out.
Yeah,
bleep it out. Maya knows, bitch.
Maya remembered
a joke I made, and it fucking bit me in the ass. Should we wrap up the episode by here now then?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I feel like we might as well.
I feel like we've had a quite long episode. I don't think it has been that long. I'm not entirely sure.
Not as long as our last one.
Fuck, that was drastic.
Yeah, well. We didn't even intro this podcast.
No, we didn't. We just got straight into it.
Fuck's sake.
Well, it's been absolutely fabulous to be back on this couch after a month-long wait. Because it's the 27th right now. Our last video was out on the 31st. At least a whole month. We should have 2 videos by now, I fear.
We should, but life's hectic.
Hey, we've had an assignment and shit's been manic.
That's the whole point of TABOO-RIFIC.
TABOO-RIFIC is a chaotic podcast with 2 chaotic and messy people. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Oh wait, actually, and to our number 1 fan, Georgia, who's the reason why we're filming this again. because she's been hounding me for an episode for so long.
Georgia will be coming on for an episode as
At
well.
one point, we're gonna get this bitch on. I hate her because she's kind of got a boyfriend now. Kind of. Why am I doing that? She's kind of got a boyfriend now, but she's got some stories. This is a different Georgia to her sister.
Yeah.
This is my Georgia, and she really did force this episode to come to light today to really get us back into the swing of things. But on that note, this has been TABOO-RIFIC with me, Connor.
And me, May.
We hope you've enjoyed. Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye.